Do we need legends slash past superstars in the Royal Rumble matches? I don't think we do. I'm Leo from the Wrestling Retrospective, and let's talk about it. Now, to start off, don't get me wrong, I fully understand why WWE have past superstars come in and enter the Royal Rumble. I understand that the Royal Rumble brings in a lot of casual fans, and they want to see people that they grew up watching or know more about compared to the people that are currently on the roster. People like Kevin Nash, Michelle McCool, Tori Wilson, Booker T are great examples over the past few years of people who have come in and entered the Rumble, and more casual fans have marked out over them compared to maybe some of the newer talent or current talent on the roster. However, I'm not saying they should scrap the idea of having legends in the Rumble. I'm saying that they don't need to be in it compared to maybe some people coming up from NXT or having some lesser known people enter. Now, last year in the 2023 Royal Rumble matches, we had Booker T in the men's, we had Michelle McCool in the women's, and that was it. One for each. Now that, I think, is perfectly good. But some years have had around or more than half of the competitors in the Rumble match be legends or past superstars, which I think is a terrible idea. For example, the 2022 Women's Royal Rumble had 13 of the 30 women in that match were past superstars slash legends. Now, it's debatable who would class as a legend and a past superstar, but in a match that has such high stakes, main event of WrestleMania match, though it's not actually the main event because it doesn't go on last, but championship matches, there should be more people maybe on the current roster who maybe don't get shown as much. They should be in the match. NXT superstars should be in the match. Having one legend to make a surprise appearance and pop the crowd, I don't have an issue with, but I don't feel like we need it at this point. If we want to fill the numbers up, why not show off some of the younger talent? Show off some people that haven't been seen before. Make names out of the Royal Rumble, not just to have names that have been names. You know what I mean? For me, a good example of this working out as far as bringing in younger talent to have the Rumble that people maybe don't know. I watched the 2020 Royal Rumble with three of my friends who weren't really much wrestling fans. They knew of it. They watched it back in the Ruthless Aggression era, one of them more Attitude era. They knew people like Stone Cold, The Rock, John Cena, Randy Orton, etc. They didn't really know many people going into the Rumble. They knew who Brock Lesnar was and stuff like that, and especially the women. They didn't really know many people. One of my mates was constantly hoping Lita was going to show up, just as an example of how long ago he watched it. But one of the standout women in that match was Bianca Belair, who was in NXT at the time. She was in the Rumble for over half an hour and got the most eliminations out of that match, joint with Shayna Baszler, with 8. And after that match, one of my friends was asking months later what Bianca Belair was up to in wrestling, because for her it showcased younger talent that's worth investing in. And obviously WWE have seen the same thing with Bianca Belair, as she's now arguably a future Hall of Famer. But I think having people from not as well known on the roster, not as high up on the roster, could make their name bigger with the casual fans just by putting in a half decent performance in the Rumble. And I'm not saying that there shouldn't be any legends, as I've said multiple times. I don't think they should get rid of the idea. I just think we don't need it every year, and we don't need more than one every year. But I think, I don't know. Firstly, I feel like there's enough women and men on the roster alone to fill a Rumble 100%. But secondly, more importantly, using NXT is a way to showcase that developmental brand, which people might not know about, but also show the brilliant talent on NXT to the people that maybe don't watch NXT but watch Raw and SmackDown weekly, and just only keep up with NXT every so often. But I don't know, talents like Ilya Dragunov, Tiffany Stratton, Lara Valkyria, Trick Williams, Cora Jade, all people who possibly could be future world champions, and giving them the Rumble to make themselves get a buzz, bring them up to the main roster afterwards, or maybe after WrestleMania. there's so much potential with the Royal Rumble to show other people like the phenomenal talent that is in NXT that, you know, has been going on for years now. When it was black and gold and first starting off, you know, look at people like Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, Shinsuke Nakamura. Then you move on to Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Aleister Black, which I know is in AEW, but still, you know, it has proven it's a incredible developmental system. But why not get the casual fans involved with it as well? But as I said, I understand why they bring legends in and what like the idea is behind it, but especially with the women's Rumble matches, they should not be relying on it so much when you have a third brand in NXT that they can use and make stars out of. But I don't know. I want to know what you think. Put your thoughts down in the comments. Do you like the video? Subscribe, all that good stuff. Follow the Instagram. The handle is in the description. And I will thank you for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. See you later.